bit of water. There are many different ways to Peacenplants, my botanical family. Mr. Monstera here. How are you guys feeling? I hope well. If you're watching this video, to begin, let's just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. This is going to be a very informative video. So without further ado, let's get right into cutting back your Monsteras. So, I'm just gonna put the camera actually on the Monsteras here. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions about what to do with our Monsteras when they pretty much, the leaves look like they're done, they're dead, like this. What do you do? But you may have a node that looks like this, right? Everything is still green. You have your leaves that look like, it's giving you mixed signals, right? It's like, what do I do? See, this has been in water, so this is actually the next step. You actually see some new growth here. This is really a good thing. Now, a lot of people actually throw their Monsteras away, okay? And it's okay, we don't know, but we do now. So this is actually my bucket of survivors, is what I call them. This is my bucket of survivors. Look at this one. Do you see this? Check this out. I'm gonna show you guys. See, in reality, you might say, oh my goodness, this leaf is not, it's not working, it's not green, it's actually brown and dead. Look at this. I am cutting it off. But no, we don't. Because look at this. All we do is put the leaf in water, put the nodes in water, and they actually start to protrude roots. It's amazing, okay? Now I'm gonna use this Monstera here as our demonstration. This actually has two leaves, one living, one barely making it, right? And then the other pretty much gone. So I do not recommend that we cut back our leaves until the plant is pretty much, the leaf is pretty much dead and brown, like that, right? Because then you know that the energy is done. There's no energy going to the leaf. There's no question about it that it's done, okay? And I can see that the same thing is happening here. I would not recommend for you guys to do this. Do not do this at home. But I can see into the future, all right? I see what's about to happen. So I'm gonna cut them both back. When we are cutting back our Monstera, always examine your plant. You always want to look at your plant thoroughly. Up the leaves, up the branch, down the stems. You want to look at roots because you may need to cut some. And before we even do our cut back, we are going to cut this root here. And the reason is because I felt it and it's on its way out, okay? It may look like a root here, but it's not. The roots are actually coming from the side, if you see. So we're gonna take it off there. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing here. You kind of just give it a haircut, right? You dress it out and you leave what wants to stay and you take away what doesn't. And I think we're pretty much good with this one. What do you think? Yes? Okay, now here comes the fun part. You want to get a very good grip on your node, on your cutting. This is a propagation, guys. And you want to get a good grip on your propagation because we are about to enter the cutting. So what we're going to do is cut very close to the base but not so close to the base. I'm gonna show you guys. And we're gonna try to do it at a 45-degree angle. Anytime you do a propagation, anytime you do a cutting, you always want to go at a 45-degree angle. So here we go. Boom. Why did we just do that? Why did this just happen? Because now we are going to give full energy, full production. We want roots to be produced. We want stems and we want leaves to be produced from this, which it already is happening. These are actually roots, and if you see the thicker node on the side, you will always know is leaves coming. This is a stem coming, and these are the roots, okay? You can see it. It kind of peels out of the node. It just peels out of the node. Now, we're going to take our second cutting for our second leaf at a 45-degree angle here. I hope you guys can see. And we're gonna take that there. All right? And this is what it looks like. A lot of times our monsteras, when we get them, they may go through shock. They go through a lot of different things. And the first thing to show on a monstera is its leaves. So you want to pay very close attention to your monstera's leaves. They will let you know what's going on. And before you completely cast your crop out, before you just toss it and say, oh my goodness, the leaves look like this. What do I do? They look like this. You can cut it back and you can place it in water and allow it to continue. And that's actually what's happening in this bucket. This is one of my buckets that is, like I said, a survivor bucket. I'm gonna put a label on here that says survivors only. So this is one of my buckets here, and this is our finishing product. This is where we took our cut from. This is where we cut here, and this is where we cut here. And again, always remember to dress your plant up, trim it up, right? Examine it, see if it needs anything else before going into a container. I suggest putting it into a container with a little bit of water. There are many, many, many different ways to force roots and leaves and do a propagation, a proper propagation, but the way that I like to do it is to just place it in a little bit of water, and I will show you guys about that soon.